Like, hey guys, what's up? Okay, so today we're going to be doing a little review and a first impressions of the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundations, as well as the powders. I'm going to be finding which shade works best for me because they did send me a few. And then we're just going to get it popping and see how we like it. This is a Luminous foundation, which I'm very, very excited for. You guys know I'm not really about that matte life. I'm not really into it. I'm all about a luminous foundation, a luminous face look. If you want to see what I think of these products, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I went ahead and zoomed you guys in a little bit so we can see what the foundation actually looks like on. I'm going to give you a little bit of info just so I can be like a real beauty guru and give you like all the deets. But this is a natural finish, which is my absolute favorite. I love a natural finish. Glowing. There's 50 shades. It's vegan, gluten-free. But we eating. Fragrance-free, non-comedogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, long wear, and it is $38. And it is 1 fluid ounce, which is very, very standard for a foundation. They sent me 5 different shades. I don't know exactly how they pick the shades. I don't remember if like whenever I first got on the PR list, if I put like what my undertones and everything were, or if they just go based off of like photos or things like that. But all I know for sure is they know my ass is not warm tone at all because there's not a single warm tone in here. It's all cools and neutrals, which is good because I am not warm at all. I used to think I was warm like when I was in high school with that orange foundation. It's not me, okay? I'm not warm. I'm neutral. I already swatched these on my face, but I could not really figure out which one I liked. And these are, 3 of them are in the light range and I believe 2 are in the medium range. So I'm gonna just show you really quick what they look like on my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the lightest shade first, which is 240 Neutral. Not bad. This one is 250C. And like I said, I did already swatch these, and what's so weird is it definitely is cool tone. To me, the one has like a bit of a green undertone, which usually to me means neutral, but I could just be an idiot. And Anastasia is very good with their undertones. Like they really test it. Okay. I think I put them too close together, but that's actually fire. I'm scared of putting like a cool tone. Usually I associate cool tone with like pink, but this is definitely like a green type of look to it. Let's try 270C. Oh, that's for sure a no. Okay. And then these ones are in the medium range because they're in the 300s. So this is 300C first. There's a lot of cool tones here, and I've never been one to buy like a cool tone foundation, so we're trying things. That one looks actually pretty good too. And then last but not least, we have 305N, which is obviously neutral. Okay. So I'm lost. I think I kind of like this one. Because it might look different compared to my face, but when you blend it in with my body, you're going to want it to match. So I think I'm going to go with that one. So they sent over the A30 brush. I believe I already have this. I don't think I've ever used it for foundation. I usually use something a little bit bigger, but we will go ahead and use this brush that they sent with it. And then I just have like a regular beauty blender. That pump that we did is definitely covering everything that I can see, at least. Sometimes luminous foundations can look a little streaky with a brush, but this applied extremely, extremely evenly. Like, there's no streakiness, there's no nothing. It is absolutely flawless, if I do say so myself, and I didn't even use a primer or anything, so I'm a little shook. Sometimes I do get comments regarding the fact that I review foundations or face products and I already have clear skin or skin that doesn't have a lot of blemishes and such. And I completely understand. I do like reviewing foundations just because I like to know how they wear on me and I want to know that they don't break apart, if they're not greasy or cakey. But if you are looking for something like, say, for somebody who's a little bit more acne prone, or you're trying to see how the coverage really works and things like that, my girl Rocio does a bomb acne versus foundation series. Very, very informative, completely just shows you everything from start to finish, and it's amazing. So if you're looking for something like that, I would definitely recommend checking her out. All right, you guys, so first side done. It's extremely natural, you guys. Like if I had completely flawless skin, this is what it would look like. Because it's definitely not full coverage. I'm gonna tell you that. I might go over one more time once we're done, but this is definitely not like a full coverage foundation, but I'm into it because I like that. Got a little skin showing a little skin. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try that out with a sponge. That is with one coat on each side of my face, this side with the brush, this side with a sponge. I'm actually preferring the side with the sponge, I think. That's the case with a lot of Luminous foundations. I think it really gives the full potential of what the foundation can do because the sponge will bring out that moisture and that luminosity of a Luminous foundation. I usually use brushes only if I'm going in with something that's not very full coverage, like very thin. Like a BB cream, like I'll go in and just kind of brush it into my skin. But I really think this goes on very well with a sponge. And it gives a little bit more coverage too. Now that we know how it applies with each tool, I'm gonna go ahead and just go over once over with just a tiny bit more product and just see if we can build it up a little bit, especially on the side with the brush. I really am digging this shade. Anastasia really does come through with the undertones though. Even though a lot of people didn't like the stick foundation just because of the actual product itself and they felt like it was very dry, and I feel that, but they had really good undertones. Like I remember seeing Norvina testing out every shade and getting different models to come in and test the shades, and she really did that with the undertones. I'm actually in love so far, and I am picky, you guys, so wait on it. And I saw on their page, they went ahead and did some like dewy set and then kind of dabbed it into the skin to add more luminosity and then did the powder after. So we're gonna try that technique. I love technique. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put concealer on. I'm just admiring the finish of this. It looks skin-like, and that is my absolute favorite type of finish. It is very, very skin-like. It looks like a natural glow, not dewy or wet, but a natural glow. It still is a little sticky on the skin, but I don't think it's really even set yet. So no oxidizing, does not accentuate pores at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. She's a little light. I don't know what I did with the deeper shade, so we're gonna have a highlighted under eye today. And I've been doing this new technique. Instead of doing the concealer all the way like triangle around here, I've been focusing it on the front of the eye because I noticed I've been getting a lot of creasing, and a lot of the creasing is happening over here. So I feel like that'll work well if you have creasing under your eyes or if you have any fine lines. I'd say focus the product where you need it, which is on your dark circles. I don't really have anything I need to conceal right here, so there's really no point in me putting concealer there other than to brighten up the under eye. These are the powders right here. They are gigantic. There's 5 different shades. There's Banana, Translucent, which is just like a clear white, Vanilla. I think that's what I'm gonna use today. There's a Golden Orange and Deep Peach. So those are all the shades right there. So I think I'm gonna go in with Vanilla today just because I've had an issue lately with the Banana reacting to the e.l.f. concealer and it darkens it up quite a bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the Vanilla. That bad boy right there, she's a big girl and I love it. Even though the packaging is quite large, ounce for ounce, they are very comparable to other powders. So you've got like the Laura Mercier loose setting powder, you've got the Fenty setting powder, and then the Anastasia. So this one looks large when you open it up, but ounce for ounce, they're almost exactly the same. I'm hoping that this doesn't look ashy under my eyes. We're gonna, like I said in the last video, I'm not big on baking, but we're gonna throw a little powder under the eyes and see how it reacts. I didn't see that coming. The powder is very, very thick. I know it sounds weird and maybe it doesn't make sense, but I feel like the Fenty powders are also thick. It's just like how the powder is milled or something. It's just the way that it, like, yeah, it's like buttery and thick. So this powder, it might have a little coverage to it. So I'm not gonna leave that on there too long. But so far my under eyes are looking very perfected. I'm definitely picky when it comes to powders, so if this one is a hit, oh, I'm gonna be all over it because no powders work well on me. I don't know what it is. They just don't. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw a little bit of powder on the rest of my face. I'm not big on powdering my face, just where I need it. Real quick, I kind of want to see how this reacts to a cream contour, so I'm gonna throw a little bit of cream contour on. Because sometimes foundations be acting up with the cream contour. Okay. She's blending in nicely. Sometimes it has to do with the cream contour itself, but sometimes it really has to do with the foundation. Some foundations will kind of break apart when you try to put a cream contour over them, or they'll just start looking sheer in those areas and it looks really nasty. And so far, Anastasia, you did that. Like, wow. Okay, this time I'll actually be right back. Okay, so we are back and we're better. You guys. I'm speechless, and that never happens. Okay, so I went ahead and did my contour, my blush, a little highlight, some lip action, you know what I'm saying? And I am literally shocked at how good this looks. Like, I'm not trying to be like all extra because I received this in PR. That does not matter. I will always give my honest opinion when it comes to things like this. So far, so freaking good. Like, I cannot believe it. I can, but I can't. Because it's been so long since I found a foundation that I really, really, really love, other than the Makeup Forever HD stick. But this is like giving me life, this entire face, even with the powder. And I hate powders, I'm so shocked. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of the banana powder real quick under my contour here. That way when we do like a flashback test with the flash on my phone, we'll know if we see some flashback. And one thing I did notice is that the vanilla shade that I used under my eyes was definitely too light. Like I said, with these being a thicker powder, I think that they do have a little bit of opacity to them. Like the shade's gonna show up a little bit on your skin. So it was too light, so I went ahead and dusted a little bit of the banana over top of it, and then everything blended a lot nicer. So I still am digging the highlighted under eye, but it needed a little transition to get it there. And the transition from the powder to the foundation does not look too harsh. This is my magic wand, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a little dewy spray. Breathe that in. It looks very, very flawless. It looks very, very natural. I even like the setting powder. I can't believe what is coming out of my mouth right now. I even like the setting powder. I don't even like setting powder. They never work for me. And I know I just applied it like 10 minutes ago, but I'm telling you, my under eyes feel set. Like I'm gonna go out in the hot Arizona sun for a couple hours, run a couple errands. And when I say hot Arizona sun, I mean 115 at the least, because it's August and it's gonna be hot till Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just run around a little bit, get a little sweaty, get a little hot, and we're gonna see how this wears. It's not a full day wear, but it's a heat wear, so that's pretty powerful stuff. I'll be back. All right, you guys, so I am back. Like I said, we went out in the hot sun. I even cooked up some greasy tacos on my stove, like oil and everything. And when I tell you this foundation has not moved, this foundation has not moved, nor has my concealer where I put that powder over it. I am floored. I am floored. Like, I'll go ahead and insert literally unedited photos to check for flashback. Unedited photos. Wow. I try to go into different lighting in my house and it just looks good everywhere. Like, I am shocked. This is amazing. I know with foundations, sometimes you need a few wears to get used to them and get a vibe for how they feel. But I'm telling you, within 20 minutes of any other powder that I use, my under eyes are disgusting, like matted up, creasy, gross. And I've tried many powders. I did not expect to like this powder this much. I literally had no idea that that was gonna happen. As far as the foundation goes, flawless, stunning, no creasing anywhere. I literally don't see any pores accentuated. Anastasia, I have a few words for you, baby. I have a few words. I don't even have any negatives. And usually like I said, I like to give you some pros and cons. but I don't even have any cons right now. And this is completely unbiased review. I have no cons. I'm floored. So I'm gonna go ahead and back you guys up real quick and give you my final thoughts. So in conclusion, with all the evidence laid out in front of us, I find the defendant to be guilty of being flawless, luminous, weightless, natural finish. I love it. I love this more than any foundation that I've tried recently. And I do want to try some others. Like I really want to try the Pat McGrath, but I want to know if you guys will watch the video because she's pricey, okay? Like she's like $70 pricey. So let me know down below if there's any other foundations that came out recently, because literally there's been so many foundations that you want me to try and review. Let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if you tried out these foundations from Anastasia and what you thought about them, and the powders as well. And that's it, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.